Man, I remember the first time that I actually got into Publix. Man, the day I saw my product on that shelf was a great feeling. But I knew then that at that point in time, um, the real work was going to begin. It took me probably almost 2 to 3 times to actually get them to accept my product. But the biggest thing about that was I created that momentum all by myself. And when I say that, that's what I want to encourage you to try to do. Not by trying to have some distributor, not trying to have some kind of body work on your behalf, but I actually drove up to Lakeland, Florida myself, where Publix's corporate headquarters is, and spoke with the buyer, had a meeting with the buyer. Of course, there was a lot of emailing going on before that, trying to get them to accept my product. And I got a couple of no's. I mean, for probably 2 years there, it really wasn't a no. And that's one thing I do want to make sure that, as I bring you these videos, I want to give you the real. It was just more not at this time. And please remember that in this business, in the beverage business, not at this time is not a no. Okay. That's why you got to stay persistent. I stay persistent every year. They have a reset pretty much where they are looking for new products and things of that nature. And what you have to do is to stay focused. It's not just with a Publix, a Ingles, a Kroger, any of the local grocery stores that you have. You got to stay persistent and try your best to get in as many stores as you can. Every store will count, because when I finally got the opportunity to go up there and present to them, that's what really sold my brand to them. They were able to see the traction that I had just by doing the things that I was doing. I had already had 400 independent stores myself when I went up there. I was able to show them how our product is moving off the shelf. I was able to demonstrate how I was creating that movement. I was able to demonstrate how I was putting my own POS materials, how I was also reaching out and doing sampling myself. So they already knew that if I could play on a smaller scale and have that much success, they knew that possibly if we give them a shot here, they saw that I was able to already I knew what it takes in order to get movements. And that's what it's all about, guys. So as you continue to follow us, what we want to do is we want to show you how to do things the right way. This is not a fly-by-night success. The beverage industry takes time. And if you want to think you can do this thing the fast way, you're going to lose a lot of money. You're going to spend a lot of money, and you're not going to get anywhere. Okay, because this industry, it takes a lot of money when you're doing things the fast way. If you don't have any, if nobody knows about your product, and you get 500 stores straight out the gate, nobody's probably going to buy your product unless you got a lot of money to pretty much spend in all those areas. So the key thing is, build your business slowly. Spend time in the areas where you're trying to promote your beverage. so that you can get there and focus and really grow those retailers. Okay. And those are the things that, I'm going to continue to try to help you out with. But look, when I was walking for the first time and saw my product on about 300 stores at one time, look, my face probably, if you really look at that, my face was like, oh man, now the real work begins. Took a little work to get here, but now the real work begins, and that's moving the product off the shelves. So stick with me for the next video, and I'll tell you some of the things that need to happen, how they measure the success of your product once it gets on the shelf. And then you'll see that you got another hurdle to try to climb. Okay. But anyway, if you like, what I'm giving you here, what I'm talking about, please, you're not going to find this kind of information anywhere else. We built this thing from the ground up. So most of the time you're going to have people advising you on things to do. But I actually created the beverage, we formulated the beverage, we manufactured the beverage, we created the name, we got it in stores, and here I am now as a successful beverage owner showing you how I did it and the things that you can do and avoid to make sure that your beverage is successful. So, hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and I'm going to continue to bring you some of those great tips to help you be successful. I'm out.